trying a walk I haven't done before today. Dudmaston Hall, and the footpaths around on the estate. The Dudmaston Hall itself is closed, unfortunately, so I meant to park there and start the walk there, but I parked here instead at the Sawmill car park, and intend to walk. Well, it doesn't show the whole extent, around a good part of the estate, and then down to this River Severn, then return past the hall itself, then back to the car park. Well, unfortunately, I just had to pay £5 in the machine. Luckily, I had £5. They accept only coins, so I had to pay £5 car park charges, which, in my opinion, is a little bit of a rip-off by the National Trust. There's a footpath sign here. It's not marked on the map, but you may follow the lane there. Save lane walking. It looks like it's pointing in the wrong direction. I want to go along parallel to the lane. Alright. Shropshire countryside, bordering on the West Midlands. Alright, it's hazy today, but still very warm. Just came down that track from the lane. I'm going to make a left turn here towards some small lakes mainly. Something between ponds and lakes, small lakes. Okay, going along this woodland path. Too early for the trees to start. So one or two of them are starting to show a little bit of autumn colours, but too early, as I say, in the year now. It's only the beginning of autumn. The sun is trying to break out through the cloud, kind of like a hazy cloud overhead. I can just see a little bit of a reedy pond, or kind of, it's to the right, off to the right. One of several, as I say, in this state. Runs along the edge of this field. Looks like they've left it fallow the last for this year. There's a good size oak tree there. So this is where, okay, these footpaths seem fairly well trodden. I might get a little bit of view of the pake, or the pond. There's a little stream that comes out of these lakes. There's a good view there. The pond, there's lengthwise view. You can see there's kind of like is it algae or something covering a good part of it. What's that up there? Good sized bird. I don't know, a heron. Yeah, of course. That's a heron. Yeah. All right, so that's a nice view there. Okay, all right. As I say, one nice thing about these country estates, mature trees, so, okay, this looks like a really well-trodden path here. Look at that, nice, yeah, nice, very nice. So I'll just check the my phone app, see which is the way to go. Stream fills, well, it fills what it's made, what they've been deliberately, I think, made by the Dudmaston Hall owners in past years. There's several of them, several of these little lakes, and the biggest of them is right by Dudmaston Hall itself, which I hope to pass later on, I should say. The view of the, I think that's the third lake I've passed. This is a somewhat bigger one. It kind of doesn't look very healthy for fish anyway. Looks like there's a lot of green algae in it. Okay, nice beech tree.
Yes, there's some beautiful trees here.
Okay, I passed a few walkers enjoying the woodland paths, and I think the popular car park is further over there on this side of the estate next to the road, well, the road you're coming from Bridgnorth. Over a 100-foot high pine tree there. Yeah, this will be a nice walk to do towards the end of October in a few weeks' time. To catch the autumn colours. Okay, I think I turn left here. I'm going to cross the busy road shortly. This is where I run the gauntlet with the passing traffic on this busy road. There should be a footpath somewhere on the other side. I'm still on the Dudmaston Estate, I think. So let's go down here and see what happens. There's National Trust properties down here. Where's the footpath? Along here? How many walkers I'll pass from now on, as Dunstanton Hall itself is closed. Oops, there's a car coming. Alright. The sun's trying to break out, which is a good thing and a bad thing, because it's you do have partial shade with the hot sun, from the hot sun when walking. Oops. Okay. Okay, this is Lodge Farm. I think it's run by the National Trust. It's probably open for holiday accommodation. It's Lodge Farm again. You know, it's an architectural style. Is that Dutch or some kind of Dutch features to it? This is kind of like open farmland with scattered trees, large trees. There looks like an ancient oak right there. And of course these scattered trees were left in place for a day like this, when the cattle can have a little bit of shade. You can quite see there's the largest of the lakes, the estate lakes. I might get a better view of that a little bit later on. Okay, there's that lake again. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, this is open, I say, open farmland with scattered trees. And there, of course, is a good picture there of the main feature. Was it Dudmaston Hall? It's the first time I've been here, but unfortunately it's not well, the car park next to it isn't open today, but I think there's a right of way that passes right by it a bit later on. In the open farmland, and I think this path here goes down towards the River Severn. Okay, out into the edge of this field, and the River Severn is just to the other side of that field there. Oh, Serena, as I like to call it, after kind of some mythological princess in the good old days. On my descent down to the River Severn, I like this footbridge here. It looks fairly new, put up by maybe the National Trust. Crosses that little stream that feeds the lakes. Not very little water in it now. We had a lot of rain back in August, but so far this September it's been largely dry. Okay, so let's go this way. Okay, the River Severn is just over this bank here, bank of tall weeds. So hopefully I'll get a bit of a glimpse of it before I go back uphill again towards the big hall itself. Some work on the other side of the river, and there's just a glimpse of it there. As I say, I'm hoping to get a better view before I commence my return to the car. Oh yeah, there it is there. Yeah, right there. Bit of water in it still. Bit more of a view. Yeah, excellent canoeing river that, I should think. Yeah. I made a mistake. I was hoping the footpath went straight up through that woodland. Well, it is, but it's right where I started, along this riverside, rough path along the riverside. So I've got to retrace my steps, unfortunately. Back to that wooden footbridge. Oh, look at that. There's a path going up there, rough path, but it's blocked off. So that's I'm going to have to retrace my steps for a bit further. It is blocked off, but looks like people have been going around the side. So what I'll do, I'll carry on this. Appears to be a trodden footpath, and see what happens. The path is definitely overgrown, so not many people come along here, and they don't maintain it. So they probably blocked it off for a reason. Crosses that stream, the path, and it looks like definitely not maintained. So what I'll do, I think I'll just play it safe. I'll return and carry on retracing my steps up the hill. It's yeah, just another additional yardage to the walk. Back to the open field, so I'll continue uphill. So that's not really recommended, is to go down this footpath down to see the river, because you can't, well, you can't really see the river. The bank's covered with high weeds. So I'll do some bit of uphill climbing here then. I think I'm going to get a slight glimpse here of the Severn Valley Railway, the tourist trains. I can hear it coming. No, mistake. It runs along there. I can see the railway. But I think that's some work they're doing on the other side of the river. Alright. That's a shame, that. Nice to see the train running, steamer engine, and like in the good days of Victorian railway travel. Okay, so I'll retrace roughly half a mile, going down towards the River Severn. And as I say, not worth going down there. And there's the friendly footpath sign. So yeah, we're back on the right tracks again. As soon as I see a handy bench, I'm going to have a break. There's that lake there. That's clear. That's a clear water in that lake. So they kept the algae off it. But that's a nice sized lake there. That's the Bain Lake, and of course you can see this is a well constructed dam here. It's a created lake, of course, in the days when the aristocracy ruled the land. They created all these ornamental lakes. Alright. Yeah, nice here. It's nice to come out onto a nicely graded footpath. I don't know if you can see it, that's a heron there. Just flew across the lake and landed on that old dead tree. Yeah, so this is where he lives, eh? So there must be fish in that. Well, of course, there's the River Severn as well. Okay, I've got the path splits here. I don't know where that leads to. Yeah, look at this. Really nice, excellent tall trees, mature trees. A feature of these the landed gentry. In fact, of course, Dudmaston Hall, I think, is still owned by, well, I think they're members of the aristocracy, I'm not sure. Now, I haven't gone anywhere since I took the last video clip. I'm just enjoying this secluded dell in the parkland, or the estate. Sitting on this handy bench, recently erected handy bench, right here. Yeah. And actually, in a way, it's good that the big house is closed for visitors. I think the season that they opened has just ended, the summer season, and now it's closed. Probably open on special occasions. So really, although these are rights away that goes through the park, so I've got it to myself. Haven't seen anyone for the last hour, really. Hour or more than an hour, I think. See how well trodden this path is, footpath. So obviously, if this was a couple of weeks ago and the house was open, there'd probably be a lot of people walking along here. This is popular with visitors for a walk nearby the big house. There's another little bench just on the side of this path. This is more like it. Nice footpaths. Little waterfall there. Another footbridge. Yeah, this is more like it. Fantastic, because, well, it's beautiful here. Look at these trees. Tremendously tall beech tree. And of course, beech trees were very popular trees to be planted on the estates. That may have been planted 200 years ago. Okay, I think this nice footpath here goes up towards the big house. Stepping stones, little crossing that stream. Those type of stepping, stepping stones I can handle. I say my balance has largely gone for some reason. Well, it's to do with old age, of course, but other than that, I almost certainly would fall in the stream on anything more trickier in the way of stepping stones. Okay, I'm out in the open again, under mad dogs of Englishmen under the midday sun. Yeah. To set the centre, and that's the only unfortunate thing about it being closed for the season, is that okay, you can just see a little bit. Yeah, I can't, as it's closed, I better not go through, because I just had a friendly telling off by one of the National Trust guys saying that the actual lane there leading to the road, that's actually not a public right of way. But I don't know if it's possible. Yes, there's a bit of a house, but I better not. If it's kind of closed to the public, the owners might be there and they want their privacy. So, okay, shame about that, but I did see a glimpse of the big house earlier on. Okay, see, we won't get to see the big house itself there, Dudmaston Hall. Right, Dudmaston Big Pool, that's the lake, and the smaller pools along the way. So I started in the Sawmill car park, then down there, and along the side of the lakes. I went up there through the woodland and crossed, well, not sure, oh okay, yeah, I went through the woodland and crossed the main road and down to the River Severn. Oh yeah, no, not there, no. I went down to Rookery Lodge Farm and then Rookery, well I didn't see Rookery Cottage, and then up through the, then that's where I went down to see the River Severn there, but I could have got back to the car park this way, but it was a longer walk. So instead I went up through the dingle. That's where I am now. So I'll go along the estate road back to the car park. Not far now. Yeah, alright, so yeah, he's told me he's given me permission to walk along a non-right-of-way access to the hall when it's open. Welcome to Dudmaston. Admission price 13 quid for an adult, and it's open from 10:30 to the parkland is open from 10:30 to 4:30 p.m. But as I say, it's all closed up for the season apparently. So, right. Here I got, well, maybe about a third of a mile back to the car park, and yeah, it's a pity it finished up on that note. He was a friendly guy, but I don't know why the right-of-way is just a few feet over on the right, on that grass there, right? So I don't know why. Well, it's not obvious, eh? So yeah, okay, neither here or there. Point out this huge oak tree here. There's the busy road, I'll have to cross that. And there's the lodge there. When the days, well, there might still be, I say, a car parked outside. A lodge keeper there with the ornamental chimneys. The turning into the car park's just a few hundred, oh, less than 100 yards ahead. So it's been a warm and humid day, not really ideal for walking, but and the sky now, all that, excuse me, all that overhead cloud has disappeared, and now it's bright blue sky again. Stop the video, there's several cars and trucks passed. So okay, so that's the end of this video. Here it is, the is it the car? Oh no, yeah, okay, now it's a bit further on. Alright, Bridgnorth self-storage. Alright, well, I don't want to go in there, so a little bit further on. The right entrance, Sawmill car park. And look, I think, yeah, oh yeah, there's one other car there. Alright, so thanks for watching, end of video.